Have you ever wondered how a cigarette is manufactured? This process that combines tradition and technical precision is both an art and a science. In this video, we'll take you step by step through each stage of cigarette manufacturing, showing you how raw materials are transformed into cigarettes. Let's begin. Tobacco collection and blending. The tobacco used in cigarette manufacturing comes from various parts of the world, and each type has unique characteristics that contribute to the final product. Tobacco is primarily grown in the United States, Brazil, Turkey, and Greece. Once selected, the tobacco leaves undergo a blending process in large containers or mixers, conditioning and stemming. Afterwards, the leaves are usually dry and brittle, which makes them difficult to handle and process further. To solve this, the tobacco undergoes a conditioning process. This process involves exposing the tobacco leaves to steam or spraying them with water to increase their moisture content. The goal is to make the leaves more elastic and manageable, facilitating their processing in subsequent steps without breaking. After this, the stemming process begins. This process involves removing the stems and thick veins from the tobacco leaves. Stems and veins are not only undesirable due to their hardness and difficulty burning, but they can also negatively affect the flavor and smoothness of the smoke. Specialized machines are used to stem the tobacco. These machines feed the conditioned leaves through rollers or blades that carefully separate the stems and veins from the softer and more flexible part of the leaf. The stemmed tobacco is much more uniform and consists mainly of the leaf lamina, which is what will be used in cigarette manufacturing. The material removed during stemming is not discarded. It is often processed further to recover any useful leaf remnants or used to produce reconstituted tobacco sheet. Shredding. Next, it proceeds to be cut into small pieces. This is done using shredding or cutting machines that are designed to process large volumes of tobacco leaves quickly. These machines may be equipped with blades or rollers that cut the tobacco to specific sizes. The cut size can vary depending on the specifications of the final product and the cigarette brand. However, generally, a fine cut is sought that ensures uniform combustion. But the shredding doesn't end here because the cut tobacco goes through a screening process. This step is crucial because it eliminates any irregularity in the size of the tobacco pieces. Screening ensures that only tobacco pieces that meet a specified size pass to the next step of the manufacturing process. Pieces that are too large can be shredded again, while those that are too small can be used in other products or treated differently. Tobacco treatment. The shredded tobacco can be treated with a variety of additives, including humectants, preservatives, and flavoring agents. The additives help maintain moisture, extend shelf life, and improve the flavor of the cigarette. This is generally done in a controlled environment where the tobacco passes through a series of nozzles or sprayers that uniformly distribute the additives over the moving tobacco. The goal is to ensure complete and uniform coverage so that each tobacco particle receives the same amount of treatment. After the application of additives, the tobacco is carefully mixed to facilitate uniform absorption of the additives in the leaves. This process may involve the use of industrial mixers that ensure the tobacco and additives are fully integrated. After mixing, the tobacco often goes through a drying or curing phase. This step is crucial because it allows the additives to settle and excess moisture to evaporate, preventing mold formation. Reconstituted tobacco sheet manufacturing. Do you remember the material removed during stemming? This process begins with the collection of tobacco waste that includes trimmings, dust, and other parts of the leaf that are generated during the process. These wastes contain nicotine and other tobacco components so they can be effectively reused. The collected waste is ground to form a fine powder. This powder is mixed with water and binders. The binders help the paste maintain its shape once dried, and during the rolling process, the mixture is homogenized until it forms a thick paste. The tobacco paste is spread in large sheets using rollers in a process similar to that used in paper manufacturing. This step must be carefully controlled to ensure that the thickness and density of the sheets are consistent, which is vital for quality control and uniformity of the final product. Paper and filter. Preparation. In parallel, cigarette paper and filters are prepared. The paper can be made from a mixture of materials such as flax, hemp, and wood pulp. Once treated, the paper is cut into strips of appropriate width for cigarette manufacturing. The filters of most modern cigarettes are made from cellulose acetate fibers, although other materials such as paper or hemp can also be used. Finally, the filter is attached to the cigarette paper. This generally takes place in the cigarette making machine, where the tobacco is also added and the whole assembly is rolled to form the final cigarette. Cigarette manufacturing. Cigarette manufacturing is the final step in the production process, where all the previously prepared components come together to form the cigarette ready for consumption. This process is highly automated and requires precise machinery to guarantee the consistency and quality of the final product. First, the tobacco and cigarette paper are loaded into the cigarette making machine. Inside the machine, a measured amount of tobacco is automatically arranged in a continuous stream on a conveyor belt. As the tobacco moves, it meets with the cigarette paper, a mechanism inside the machine, generally composed of rollers or mechanical arms, wraps the tobacco with the paper, forming a long, continuous cylinder. This cylinder does not yet have the filters placed. It is simply a long strip of tobacco wrapped in paper. As the paper wraps the tobacco, an adhesive is applied to the paper to seal the cylinder. Once the tobacco cylinder has been formed and sealed, it passes to the cutting stage. The machine is equipped with high-precision blades that cut the cylinder into standard-length segments. These segments are the individual cigarettes, although at this stage they still lack the filter. Then, the filters are added. Each cigarette passes to another part of the machine where a filter is applied to one end. The filter is generally attached by means of a small additional paper called tipping paper, which surrounds both the filter and the end of the cigarette to keep them securely together. Quality inspection. The manufactured cigarettes go through a quality inspection where they are checked to ensure they meet standards for size, weight, and appearance. Packaging. Finally, the cigarettes are packaged in packs that are then wrapped in plastic film to maintain freshness. The packs are placed in cartons and boxes for distribution. What do you think? If you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to share the video with your friends. So, what process would you like to learn about? We will read all the comments to explain the manufacturing process in future videos. What did you find most interesting about the cigarette manufacturing process? Did you like it? Did you know about this manufacturing process? If you have any questions or want to share your knowledge about this topic, don't hesitate to write your comments. We'll be waiting for them, and thank you for watching this video.